I recall reading somewhere that Staley is open to coming back as O-line coach. Could that help save the line? Quarterbacks look bad coached. If Alex Smith retires, would you get him to be the quarterback coach? It's interesting. If they want to do it, maybe they can be apprenticed, but they need to learn how to do it.
Yeah. First of all, it's a really interesting question. I don't know how good the Niners offensive line coaches or quarterbacks coaches are. I'm a little skeptical of their offensive line coaches. If you want to know the truth, I'm not even thinking they're teaching technique, but I'm really not there. I'm not in a position to say. Also, Alex Smith and Staley, it's one thing to be a player. It's another thing to be a coach. It's a whole other endeavor. And these are both very, very wealthy men.
Yes.
They may not want to put in the time.
That's the thing. It's a very hard job. It's you work 7 a.m. to 9 p.m, 6 days a week, and then you coach on Sundays. It's nice that you get to stay at home and you don't have to travel like in baseball and basketball throughout the weeks. There's no road trips. There's just weekend road trips, but that's a lot of work for a guy who probably is worth $150 million. Why would he do that?
Right.
I remember when Barry Bonds was a hitting coach for a minute. You know how hard hitting coaches work.
Oh God, Chili Davis never stopped. Iggy, when he was the batting coach for the A's, he never stopped. He worked so hard. And Barry Bonds, I may even know as much about batting as Chili, but why would he do it?
Yeah. Do you want to get to Barry, are you going to get to the ball yard 5 hours early every game and watch film and have a detailed report for every batter on your team about what they're doing well and what they're not doing well? And then are you going to do it after the game? That's what Chili would do. I used to try to interview him and be like, Grant, if you meet me 5 hours before the game, I can give you 10 minutes, but I'm really busy. I respected that.
He worked so hard, and that's why he's so damn good.
Yeah, and that's why usually the players who become coaches after they retire are usually backups and guys who didn't make a fortune during their careers.
Now, Chili was no backup. He had a lot of home runs. He played for the Yankees, but I don't know that he made a fortune.
It's a different era. It was before free agency. Yeah, I'm sure he didn't make $100 million. Dad, which player do you think was a bigger loss, Buckner or Staley?
Staley.
Why?
The offensive line is the worst position group on the team.
Yep.
It's killing the team.
Yes.
And he, first of all, 71 is a very good player. Yes, very good. But Staley seemed to have a standard, and it seemed to be able to inculcate that into the other players, especially McGlinchey. And I think when he left, the whole morale of that group went away. And I see Trent Williams as a very good player, but as a player on his own.
Agreed. He's Han Solo.
Yes.
He's Han Solo. He's like, hey, I played well. Hey, you're on your own, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. What can I do? Yeah, Joe Staley was unique. He was one of a kind. He took more ownership on this team than pretty much any player I ever covered.
Now, so that doesn't mean it was good to get rid of Buckner.
No.
It doesn't mean that at all. But I was asked a stark choice.
It's an interesting question because Buckner's 11 years younger than Joe Staley and better than Joe Staley. But the Niners defense is still good.
Yeah.
Maybe the answer to this will change in a few years if the Niners defense falls apart and Trent Williams just takes over. But right now it's Staley. That loss, and we didn't expect it. Everyone in the offseason was like, sure, the Niners lost Buckner and Sanders, but they upgraded on the offensive line. No, they didn't.